Welcome back. Dahlia Ashry is here with your full weather forecast coming up next. But first, Dahlia, why don't you tell us what's going to be happening in sports tonight?
Absolutely, Hugh. Well, tonight we bring you the results of yesterday's hockey game after the Fort St. John Huskies and Dawson Creek Canucks went head-to-head. And then we also have some heartfelt stories, and some stories might even make you chuckle a little. But before I get into sports a little deeper, let's just jump right into weather. So let's take a look at the Farmer's Almanac. Today's sunrise at 9:12 a.m. and today's sunset is at 5:13 p.m. and the average temperature is high -9 and a low -18, and the pressure is 101 kPa, and the next full moon is January 31st. In Dawson Creek, the high is -9 and the record high is +10 in 1981 and a record low of -43 in 1969. And in Chetwynd, a high of -9 and a record high of +9 in 2015 and a record low of -36 in 2003. And in Fort St. John, a high of -9 and a record high of +9 in 1981 and a record low of -45 in 1954. And in Fort Nelson, a high of -16 and a record high of +4 in 1977 and a record low of -42 in 1952. Now let's take a look at the regional forecast. So as we can take a look right here across the board, there seems to be a lot of mix of sun and cloud. So if we take a look at Hudson's Hope, it's -4 degrees, and if we take a look at Chetwynd, it's -3, Fort Nelson is -15, and Fort St. John is -5. And in Tumbler Ridge, it's -6 degrees with a 40% chance of flurries, and in Dawson Creek, -3 degrees. And if we take a look at Spirit River and in Grand Prairie, there's also a mix of sun and cloud right there. So in Spirit River, it's -6, and in Grand Prairie, it's -8. And let's take a look at the 5-day forecast for Fort St. John. So tonight the weather is going to dip down to a low of -10, and tomorrow is going to be a mix of sun and cloud at a high of -5 and a low of -12. And on Wednesday, there's going to be a mix of sun and cloud, but there's about to be 40% chance of flurries with a high of -9 and a low -14. And on Thursday, a high of -14 and a low -20. So the weather is about to start getting a little colder, and we have some chance of snow. And then on Friday, a high of -16 and a low -26, but we do have some sunshine to warm it up just a little despite the low temperatures. And in Dawson Creek, the temperatures are going to dip tonight to a low of -8, and tomorrow a high of -3 and a low -12 with a mix of sun and cloud. And on Wednesday we have that mix of sun and cloud as well, but there is 40% chance of flurries with a high of -9 and a low -14. And on Thursday and Friday we start to notice that the weather gets a little colder. Friday there's going to be some sunshine as opposed to Thursday. So Thursday is going to snow with a high -14 and a low -20. And on Friday a high -16 and a low -26. Now let's take a look at BC and Alberta. So in Prince Rupert, it's about 5 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, and there is about 40% chance of rain. And as we can see across the board as well, there is a lot of mix of sun and cloud. In Vancouver, it's 6 degrees with 40% chance of rain. And Prince George, -1 degree, we're going to see about 40% chance of snow. And in Edmonton and Calgary, we will see -1 degrees for both, and it's a mix of sun and cloud with a little bit more sunshine there in Calgary. Now let's take a look at the national forecast.